Frank Zaylor here. I want to talk to you today about the little thing I put up before the video. Um, we're losing a lot of guys from the drag racing community. We still have a lot of test and tune guys that go out and run test and tune, but our Saturday night bracket races the numbers are going down. And the reason is, I think a lot of you don't know how it works. You think, well, I have to have a license or I have to have some kind of special credentials, and you don't. Now, I'm going to be speaking for cars that are running 10.00 and slower, which will affect 90% of us, because if you got an 8-second car, chances are you know what's going on, or you're a grudge racer, or you're not going to fall into this discussion. How do you go compete in a race? Well, on a Saturday, you find out the schedule and just make sure it's a regular points race or a regular Saturday night race, and they normally run 3 classes. Well, actually, they run more. They run motorcycle, but I'm talking about cars. And when you go to the gate, they're going to ask you what class do you want to run. And I gave you a little preview of that. And if you're not even sure, go ahead and go in and watch the lay of the land. Watch what happens. Watch what people do, and you can kind of understand what's going on. It is an elimination race. So after second round, if you lose, you go home. And at the end of the night, there is a winner in every class. You get paid. This is the good part. Absolutely, you get paid. The class we run pays $1,500 to win. The class above us pays $2,500 to win. So it is an advantage for you to go and race, because might be a little golden pot at the end of the rainbow. Can you leave anytime you want? Say you get there and you have nerves and you're not sure that you want to race, and you get in the staging lanes, or you don't get in the staging lanes, and you go, you know what, I'm nervous and I don't want to do this. Absolutely. You can load your car up, or you can drive your car out. It's no big deal. You don't even have to tell anybody. It's pretty informal. There's a lot of guys that's been racing there for a long time, and a lot of them will help people. But you don't want to go there you don't want to go there not ever gone down the track. You need to have been going to test and tune for a long time, and this is who I'm after. I'm after guys that go to test and tune all the time, and they run their car, and it's to the point where it's not boring, but it's repetitive. You take your car out, you run it runs 1170s. All right, great, this, that, and other. Well, what's the next step? The next step is, let's go ahead and compete. Let's see how you do against other guys. Okay? It is a dial-in format. You're allowed to dial in whatever you want. I can't explain it in just a few minutes of how it works, but I'm going to give a real quick thing. If one car dials 1100 and another car dials 1200, the car that dials 1200 will get a 1 second head start. Okay? Now let's say that car that dials 1200 goes down there and runs a 1200 with a 0, a perfect pass. And say the 11-second car goes down there and runs an 1100 with a 0, another perfect pass. The winner will be determined on what your reaction time is. So if somebody had a really good reaction time and somebody had a really bad reaction time, that wins your race. So you say, well, I'm running against the clock. Well, you're not running against the clock. You are running against another person. And skill comes into it with how good your reaction time is. And there's a lot of other factors involved. You can do stuff like top end driving and stuff, but that's not for today. There's a couple of things that you need to know when you go, if you're going to go for your first time. Like any other time, you got to go through tech. Now, tech is a lot harder at a regular race than it is on a Friday night or a Wednesday night. The main thing you're going to have is a helmet. You're going to have a legal helmet. If your car is running $11.99 or faster, you need to have a jacket.